Hi, I'm Chloe Crabtree from CelebrateAndDecorate.com. Welcome to Hometalk. I have a dollar store charger that's gold and it's got a scratch on it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give it a coat of matte white paint. So here's the charger that I painted with the flat white paint. And what I've done is I've taken my shells, and you want, before you start to glue them down, or you can use any other kind of adhesive like E6000, you want to try out your shells all the way around. You don't want to go with something really big like this that doesn't fit in. So you want to dig through your shells. You don't want to go with something really small like this one. And then after you have tried them all out, you're just going to go along and take the flat edge there and glue them right on the edge of your charger. And you're gonna make these pretty beachy chargers. So here I am, I'm almost finished. I have to fit one more shell in, and because I laid them all out ahead of time, I knew that this one would fit. And I'm going to just add my glue to the back of this one. And there you have it. My seashell charger is complete, and I'm ready to set my beachy tablescape. I have this fun throw that I picked up at IKEA, and I have used it over and over and over again. And to me, this kind of looks like the foam at the edge of the water, you know, right up on the beach. Now, if you really wanted to, you could like get real creative and do like blue on one side and tan on the other, like it was the water and the sand. But I'm just gonna use a bare table and use placemats. And what I've done is, even though there's not flowers growing at the edge of the water, I thought these lilies kind of looked like starfish. So I just put them in some clear bottles. And of course, what would it be if, you found a message in a bottle at the beach? So I'm just gonna mix in these lilies in some clear bottles right along our little water line. And I think my guests would appreciate that there's some fresh flowers. And I've got a few other things, some big sand dollars that I'm gonna tuck along there, and some other starfish. We're just gonna add a few of these things, not too many, but let's pretend these washed up on the shore. And you could go crazy and add lots of seashells. You could even add some succulents if you wanted. Now, I have filled a couple of small jars with some sand and some little votive candles, and we will light these later, and I will just mix those in. And then I've added a couple of taller tapers, again, in some little clear bottles that, to me, those are reminiscent of things you might find along the seashore. I found these cute little white wooden fish, and again, those kind of go with it. Some sand in another jar with the little votive candle. And these are actually empty wine bottles, so this is not an expensive centerpiece to put together. And I'm just gonna mix these right along my centerpiece. Now, I showed you how to make these chargers, and I made two different kinds. So here's the two different kinds using seashells that I've collected on trips to the beach. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to use these woven hemp placemats. Again, they kind of remind me of the sand, and I'm going to put those down. And then I made 3 of each of these because that's what I had in shells. So I'm going to alternate them, each one. And I've decided to use white plates, just keeping with the theme. So I'm going to go ahead and set these up a little bit, and then we'll come back and I'll show you what I've done. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add them to our lilies in the vases and maybe add them to my candles. Oops, that one turned around. Maybe this one would be better in here, stuck down in the sand. There we go. And look, that little one, isn't that one a cute one? We'll stick that right in there. And this is a really pretty one. I'll just stick that down in the sand right there. Just to add a little bit more of the seashell feeling to our table. These are some real pretty ones that I added, and I want to add another. I guess I'm going to put the starfish right here. So I've just sat a white dinner plate right down on our seashell chargers, and I'm using, this is also from IKEA, my wood handled flatware, because I think it's a natural element. And I also made my napkin rings, and you can find the DIY for these right there on Hometalk. And all I did, again, I don't want to add any unusual or different color to this tablescape, so I just took white napkins and pulled them right through, and then I want to fluff them up a little bit and just put them right down there. And again, a very simple wine glass, and our table is all set. Thank you so much for watching. I hope I inspired you with this little seaside tablescape, and I'll see you next time right here on Home Talk.